Ladies and gentlemen, boys and the girls, the boy is back, and I cannot believe it's been like a while since we've actually done a video like this. I'm pretty sure the last time was maybe, I think in like January or February, and so much has changed since then. It's actually really crazy. We also got like a humongous influx of new subscribers since then, so let me get this out of the way for the new guys. If you're an OG subscriber, then you already know the deal, how this is going to work. You already know how these lists go. You already know how pretty much what you got to do. Comment section, let me know what you guys like, and hit the thumbs up for the boy. But if you couldn't tell already, we do a lot of Pokemon content over here on the channel, primarily Let's Play content of various Pokemon games, whether it be Nuzlocke runs or even fan-made Pokemon games such as ROM hacks and games created using the RPGMaker program. Those RPGMaker games are what this list is about, aka the top 5 Pokemon fan games of 2017. Now look, I know I'm probably going to get a lot of where's Pokemon Phoenix Rising questions, but with the beta coming out sooner than later, it'd be dumb of me to leave out games that actually have gameplay out on this list and let a concept of what's to come run around the list at like number 2 and number 3 because you know the game is going to be good to begin with. So maybe you'll see where it ranks next year, but until then, no, it's not on this list. We're not going to mention it other than right now, don't ask questions. But besides that, I'm actually really excited about this list, not only because there are some new entries on this list, but because some older games have gotten massive updates, and it's really cool to actually talk about them for what the updates are. So now that that's all out of the way for the new guys, let's get into this list. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. Let me know in the comment section what is your favorite Pokemon games to play, whether it be a ROM hack, whether it be a main series Pokemon game, a spin-off, a fan game, whatever it is, let me know in the comment section, and let's get into this list. Number 5 on the list is Pokemon Rose Gold. Now, if you're looking for a quick little game and are a fan of Red and his adventures, then you'll love this game. Pokemon Rose Gold is a short game, and that's only because it was made within a month due to being part of a Pokemon fan game contest, but look, it is actually really enjoyable. You play as Red, and you basically are given his side of the story leading up to where Gold battles him on top of Mount Silver, and it's actually really cool. You're given this main team at high levels and battle these new trainers in a small region between Kanto and Johto, aka the Toho region, because you know Toho Falls, well. You actually battle Gold at Mount Silver after your adventure is done, and it's really cool to use Red's Pokemon instead of your own in the original games, because now you're battling from his perspective when Gold attacks him at Mount Silver. It's actually the shortest game on this list with up to 1 to 3 hours worth of gameplay, and obviously you having the strongest team in the world at the time to use isn't helping at all because you basically storm through everything, but it's really quite challenging. You can actually do a lot in the game. Even when you do beat the game, you can go like legendary hunting and whatnot. It's actually really cool, really quick and easy adventure if that's what you're looking for, but if not, we have 4 more other entries on the list that we can get into. Number 4 on the list goes to Pokemon Fire Ash. Now this game is huge, I'm not even gonna lie to you, this game is humongous as hell. You remember Pokemon Ash Gray? Take that and add like 6 more regions to it. Or maybe 5, I think I got that wrong, I don't know, don't kill me. It follows all of Ash's adventures all the way up to the events in the 6th gen anime. Not only that, but you battle with a lot of anime exclusive characters. You can decide whether or not to follow Ash's team throughout the regions, or have a little variety with the 700 plus Pokemon to add a little spice to your own playthrough, and you can catch all the legendary Pokemon. The physical and special split is here along with the inclusion of the fairy typing, and it's like really early on in the game too, so you don't have to go through Kanto thinking like, oh hey, this is regular Kanto. They actually have the fairy typing and the physical and special splits attached to the Kanto battles as well. Pretty much, you remember how everybody said they want a game where you can go through all the regions in it? Well, this is basically a vanilla GBA version of that, and although I'll never play it on my channel due to it being long as heck, and I know I can't say that because I played through Reborn, Rejuvenation, and I'm pretty sure a lot more to come, it's still an amazing fan game nonetheless. So we hit the top 3 spot, and I have a lot to say about number 3. I promise you this one is probably going to be the most I talk about, simply because it's new to the list. Now, Pokemon Apex is number 3 on the list, and oh my goodness, it is amazing. Take everything you know about Pokemon and forget about it, I promise you. Apex takes a more story-driven approach to the usual kid gets starter, goes around the region battling gyms and becomes a champion, and when I say that, I mean this game is dark. You go through the entire story, not even being able to trust anybody with story relevance besides your best friend, who is the reason you even started your journey to begin with. You live in a world with no Pokemon, but somehow get transferred into a world with them, and you find out both worlds are part of a bigger picture. And the evil guys aren't afraid to actually kill people if they have to. It's so much going on, and when the story actually starts to show itself, your mind is blown at what happens. It's actually challenging too, seeing as there is a level limiter as you progress through the game, but it's so good, I mean that good difficult, that makes you use all the Pokemon available to you to progress through. So not everybody's teams are the same when you play through the game, although they might because of advantages on certain Pokemon in their battles. I'm gonna need my boy Nate to come out with that next beta though, because that plot twist in that last demo, man, look, if you've been watching the series on the channel, you should know what I'm talking about, but please play this game. You are missing out. You are doing yourself a humongous disservice playing through this game. I'm trying my hardest to not talk about a lot of story driven stuff because there's spoilers. I don't want to do that for anybody to ruin the experience, but if you've played through Apex, if you've watched the story, please, in the comment section, somebody co-sign me when I say this. This game is amazing. Now, y'all can't be surprised with this one. Number 2 on the list goes to Pokemon Sage. There's so much I've already said about this game in previous countdown lists, the Pokédex video, and even the Let's Play of the game, but man, do I love this game. It sucks because I can't get like a direct contact with anybody inside the actual team for progress, and I know they love me so much, I just need more from them, you know? They released a demo this year that expanded upon the original 2 demos with new Pokemon, new gym leaders, the evil team being introduced, and the new routes. They're so beautiful, I promise you. The OST brings the entire game to life, as every route and town you go into always have a different theme to them, and it's so good. My second playthrough made me use a lot of Pokemon that I only ever dreamed of using, because it took them like maybe 2 to 3 years for them to update the game, and like the Pokédex is so humongous that you just want to use all the Pokemon, but you can't because you have to wait till later versions come out. And I want you to know, my second playthrough compared to my first playthrough is so different when it comes to just using as a team. Man, this game is so good. Even the region is beautiful. Your starting town is like on top of a mountain, and you scale down the mountain as your adventure goes, and by the time you're done with the actual demo, you're on the beach of said island, and the climate actually changes along with the journey. It's so realistic, and the attention to detail is what brings this game to life for me. It is for me, like a personal experience. And if you haven't played it yet, you're doing yourself like a humongous disservice, because just off that last demo that they released, it is so good. I just need the full game out. I want you to know I was mad because the mascot, or like the popular ape Pokemon that they're like pushing out on promotional images, I found out like you can use him in like later versions, but I was so mad when the second version didn't have him. And I want you to know there's so many more Pokemon like that in this game. I just want more of this game. So if anybody from the team is listening to me, please, whether it be like a Twitter, whether it be a email, please hit me up. I need to talk to you, the team. I love you guys. I love this game. I just want to be a part of the process as much as I can. But now it's time to get on to number 1, and there's a lot to say about number 1. There's a lot. There's a humongous, there's a lot. There's just a lot. And number 1 of the top 5 Pokemon fan games of 2017 is Pokemon Insurgence. But come on now, you already saw this coming. But let me talk for a little bit. Chime in if you have some input, but let me get this off my chest for a little bit. Now, Pokemon Insurgence has been number 1 on these lists for a while now, and now that it's done, I'm pretty sure we can actually have a valid conversation as to why it's number 1. Every Pokemon ever created are available in this game. Well, besides the 7th gen Pokemon, but that is made up with the creative and unique typings of the Delta species, which are the gimmick to this game, but that's where my issue comes in with it. You see, my only issue with the game is, as the main story progresses, the Delta species don't really matter. I mean, think about it. You enter this world of chaos full of cults, and you have these Pokemon forms, and they never intertwine at all. The cults are on the hunt for legendary Pokemon that have their primal or mega forms that they made up, and since those are already made and established, it's kind of hard to, I guess, make sense of the Delta species, I guess. Like, I understand the fate of the world is at stake, but I'm pretty sure there could have been like a easier way to implement the Delta species with the story somehow, but I mean, hey, it's whatever. It was still an enjoyable game nonetheless. The story itself is actually the biggest part and the most attractive thing about this game. It's so simple, yet it has this dark charm to it. It's not Pokemon Reborn levels of dark, but a little bit dumbed down so it's not too much to digest. And the characters themselves are actually really likable. I mean, There was only one character I didn't like that was relevant to the story, and that was Nora, but later on as the game progresses, she actually starts becoming like a great supporting character. And y'all know I'm a sucker for character development, so there goes that. I'm not even gonna lie to you about that. The region itself is huge and actually has some areas with a lot of personality. Some you can just skip over, you don't have to like talk to anybody. I mean, you get a couple items here and there, but they're not really that important. And I'm pretty sure through the Hoopa wormholes, you can catch all the legendary Pokemon in the aftergame. Yo, did I mention that you can fly? I mean like actually fly. Like I'm not talking like give it to an HM Pokemon slave and fly to a town. You can actually fly, like manually fly. I'm saying literally finish the Pikataxi quest and you will prosper in this game. You will understand what I'm talking about when you play it. It is so cool to me, and it's like very Final Fantasy-esque. And to close it out, I mean, the game is actually challenging. I mean, the Delta species do a great job at adding on to it. Along with the variety of Pokemon you can also catch, I promise you not everybody's team is the same by the time they beat the Elite Four. Speaking about the Elite Four, they actually have like competitive themed teams. And I mean, after you beat the Elite Four, there is Dev Island and please don't ever do that again. If you guys are looking to play these games and experience them for yourselves, all you have to do is go down in the description below and click the link to the game that you're interested in. Thank you so much for the support this year, and I hope you stick around for what's to come. I'll talk to you guys later. Be sure to leave a like, comment your favorite Pokemon game to play, and subscribe for more Pokemon content. Bye!